Irish.
You don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Glad you could make it. Birthright, citizenship. Or if you prefer the Latin, jus soli. Jus soli just means right of the soil. In Ireland, we do not accept that everyone who happens to be born on our island is Irish. Even on the surface, it's an absurdity. While there are a few exceptions, the basic rule is you are entitled to Irish citizenship if you have one grandparent who is Irish. No one asks you what color you are. No one asks what god you follow. It doesn't even matter in what part of the world you're born. One granny, you're in, you're one of us. It's a very generous interpretation. We used to have birthright citizenship in order to include all the different groups who have inhabited our island for centuries. However, the modern world brought great ease of transport, and too many foreigners were managing to get Irish passports. But as Pádraig Pearse once said, Ireland belongs to the Irish. So, in 2004, the Irish voted to end jus soli. The vote overturning it was just shy of 80%. It was decided Irish people, not merely people who happen to be born on Ireland, are entitled to Irish citizenship. Even at that, we make a few exceptions for children of long-term residents.
The Irish love to sing, the Irish love to swing, the Irish love to dance, the Irish love romance.
But today, I don't want to restate all the statistics and reasons why it was necessary to change the law, nor will I attempt to define what it means to be Irish. Other people have done a good job of explaining those aspects already. All I want to do today is to point out two major problems with birthright citizenship, particularly given the very modern, woke world we live in today. These concern 1. Brexit, and 2. Human rights violations. The issue of citizenship is a serious one, but the idea of birthright citizenship leads us to ludicrous situations. So first, Brexit. The UK voted to leave the EU in 2016. In that referendum, 80% of women aged 18 to 22 voted to remain in the EU. That generation values EU citizenship so much that they wanted to deny their own country its independence. And that's their business. But no other European country has jus soli. If Ireland should return to birthright citizenship, I can imagine that with so little regard for their own UK citizenship and such slavish devotion to the EU, a fair portion would be willing to spend a little time and money in Ireland to secure for their children all the benefits of EU citizenship. It's just a ferry ride away. But of course, this goes for any non-European would-be mothers in Germany, France, etc., who are stuck in the bureaucracy of Europe's maligned asylum system, or perhaps on a student visa or a limited work visa. Surely it would be worth the expense to get one's foot firmly in the EU's door. And let's remember, Ireland rarely deports people who have children with EU citizenship. So, as it was wrong for Germany to throw open her borders a few years ago, thereby creating future Europeans who do not have a European background, so it would be wrong to create European citizens by adopting jus soli in Ireland. And of course, let's not pretend this would not incentivize foreign women who are in Ireland on work visas to have children. Women from all over the world come to work here. Are we going to stop hiring foreign women altogether, or put no pregnancy clauses in their contracts, which could easily be ignored anyway? Or would we just accept that any woman who works here, no matter for how short a duration, is entitled to an EU baby? This leads me to my second point. How could we avoid abusing women's human rights while at the same time ensuring there is no abuse of jus soli? How can we ensure women don't come here with the sole intention of giving birth? I mean any woman. We would have to subject them to the most sexist and probably illegal invasions of privacy. Will we subject all women of childbearing years to pregnancy tests upon arrival at Dublin Airport? Even if a woman declared her pregnancy but was in possession of a return ticket, that doesn't mean she'd use it. That all-important EU passport for the child, securing for it a lifetime of EU privilege, is surely worth the price of another ticket.
You don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Nor two. There is another little problem for those of us living the more fully woke life. And in this I'm following the lead of Harvard University. See, when I was learning biology, not terribly long ago, not long enough ago that human species will have adapted, giving birth to babies was something exclusive to females of menstruating age. But that's no longer so, well, at least not according to Harvard University. They have assured me, and there is in fact a variety of birthing people. That is, people who give birth. Some of these people are what were traditionally called women. But that's backward thinking. There is more to it now, and I've learned a lot recently. Some people whose gender appears to be female, that is, gender women, are what used to be called men, and vice versa, if you understand me. Some biological females present as gender men, and some are variations of the theme. Are you with me here? So, when a plane load of tourists turn up at the airport, we really have no idea by appearance who may or may not be pregnant. We are not allowed to judge by appearances alone who may be a birthing person. So, to be sure no one was trying to have a sneaky baby, we'd have to give a pregnancy test to every person over the age of 11. Yes, when that plane lands from France for the rugby final, we'd have to give everyone on board a pregnancy test. Anything short of this would be regressive, sexist, just generally discriminatory. I'm all for following an idea to its logical conclusion. I'm making light, of course, but the point stands. There is no way to implement jus soli in the modern world we live in without either turning into fascists or telling ourselves we really don't care who gets Irish citizenship.
You don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Perhaps that's the point right there. Who would want birthright citizenship for Ireland? Perhaps the idea is coming from people who really don't like borders or citizenship or nations. Perhaps some of those who suggest they are happy with EU citizenship would really prefer a planet full of world citizens, and so see establishing birthright citizenship as a step towards that aim. Perhaps they just feel you don't have to be Irish to be Irish.